Welcome back, families. I want you all to remember that yesterday we talked about the Malian airstrike in the Mopti region, where an illegal fuel depot that was being operated by the JNIM jihadists, by the JNIM terrorists, was actually um, discombobulated in something that was a primary strike by the Baraktar Akinshi drone that led to a secondary strike because of the fuel that was available there, where over 50 jihadists that were present on ground in that location fetching fuel, those that were about to deploy, they were completely neutralized. And by the time, the operation for searching of, the cadavers of the victim actually happened this morning, identification was almost impossible. Just some fragments and remnants of some of these terrorists that were actually found. So this is just the confirmation. You can see the pictures here. So when we talked about the secondary strike, Ibarakte Akinshi drone would not have caused this type of inferno. So it happened based on the secondary explosion that happened as a result of the fuel that was present in that region. So according to credible information, based on what we are hearing right now, the Nigerian Republic, that's Niger Republic Armed Forces, they have now launched a serious offensive operation after getting credible intel from locals that led to a surveillance operation where they were able to identify over 400 ISSP terrorist sect. And the Nigerian Armed Forces launched a preemptive strike together with some ground invasion into the enclaves of these terrorists. And in this operation, based on the reports we have, over 81 terrorists were neutralized, 64 were captured. Now that I have a cautionary tale about the 64 that were actually captured. Two terrorist sentries were shot down, 9 weapons and their magazines were recovered, several hundred rounds of ammunition were recovered, 13,500 liters of fuel was captured, 26,000 detonating cords were captured. Now, according to the information we had, the airstrike actually really destabilized these terrorists in their enclaves. Why? Because before getting to the enclaves of these terrorists were actually very smart. They planted some landmines. If there was anybody that was approaching, the landmine would have caused a lot of issues for them. But unfortunately for the terrorists, when the airstrike started happening, which was preemptive, the shockwave that actually happened from the precise discharge of the TNT from these offensive drones actually led to a sort of shock wave that actually triggered a secondary explosion from some of these landmines that actually disorientated the jihadists, and by the time the Nigerian ground troop moved in on them, it was all she wrote. So in the loop of everything that we have today, we just got an information that Mali has just discovered a new gold reserve in the Gao region. And this particular place where they found this gold is called the Asongo Triangle. And right now, based on the information we have, the Malian authorities have already deployed a lot of security apparatus to this location to go and keep it secured, pending the time the Malian administration will decide on what to do. But one thing is for sure, and two things is very certain, that this is just another big boost for the Malian economy. Meanwhile, when this type of announcements come out of Mali, I'm not really surprised. I'm not perturbed. I'm not it's Mali. Gold in Mali is it's like when you say gold, you say Mali. Mali should be synonymous to gold at this point. So I really think this is Mali just doing their thing, but this will create a lot of job. Their GDP will improve from here. And the most important thing here is, if you look at the location of Gao, Gao is located closer to the border of Niger, and the location of Gao is very, very important. And it is more reason why they should beef up this particular location with a lot of security, because Gao, as we noticed, we have some the intels we got recently around earlier this week. We saw that some of the jihadists were moving into this Gao region. They were trying to preach their Islamic whatever to the locals and all of that. But you can just see that once they come in, they are not preaching in the name of Islam. They are preaching for their, to recruit some local terrorists. And at the end of the day, these are the reasons why, they deploy to these locations. You can see that. So for me, I think Mali still has a lot of untapped, undiscovered gold in their country. The legendary Mansa Musa. Who knows? Maybe one day somebody will stumble across where he buried all those gold that he has. But anyway, that is what I have for Mali for now. We'll continue to bring information for you as it's coming in. Now, 22 terrorists has now been arrested in Mafa local government of Borno State in Nigeria. You can see the picture right there. But, the question is, instead of arresting, with the level of insecurity, with the level of terrorism, with the level of escalation and destabilization going on in Nigeria right now, should there still be words like arrest of terrorists? Yes, the Senate and the House of Rep have now passed the law that terrorists, kidnappers should be given a straight death sentence now, as far as Nigeria is concerned. But we don't know that if that's an overt speech, if something else will be done covertly, we don't know. But 22 were arrested, and we know they will be rehabilitated. Let's just say it for what it is. They will be rehabilitated and they will be called repentant, and they will be, they will be given jobs. In fact, they can even contest for political position. That's the situation of Nigeria in this current, we started from the Buhari regime and moving forward, I don't know. So the next information we have is that there was a false alarm in Kogi State today, along a city part of Kogi State, and you can see in the video that people are running, right? Somebody raised the false alarm that the bandits have already invaded and people were running for their lives. And a couple hours after, the police actually came in, and you can see the security forces from this video you are looking at that was actually recorded by some of the commuters. So they actually apprehended one person with AK-47 and a bulletproof, because from what the commuters are saying right there, they are saying that that person that was apprehended, that he would be in trouble, that he has an AK-47 and he has a bulletproof on him.
They won't go no. Now police be that.
He wear bulletproof. Something like
now no be police so police. But you wear uniform, no be uniform you wear.
He wore a vest. No. He dressed, he wear kaftan. He wore a vest.
Opajana. They will kill him. They will beat him. Since it's free for road, carry gun no. Now go kill him. Full of me guy. Yes, ma'am. AK-47 no. For Nigeria, see as in deal. What do you want be before? What do you want be before even if you bandit? See them, see them.
They don't root them for ground.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. This country is finished.
Not them, not them. They don't carry them. They follow. Not them, not the bandit them. Not them, not them. Now why they rush them?
God.
I swear.
First time I did see.
So should security outfits be apprehending someone with an AK-47 and a bulletproof, that means it's either the person is a security personnel on, maybe covert operation, or is a bandit, or is a terrorist. Whichever way, somebody was apprehended, and we hope they can rescue the situation and they can bring stability and calm to the region. But meanwhile, that is what happened. They called it a false alarm. We cannot verify if it's a false alarm or not, but what we do know is that in the Kaba area of the same Kogi state, there are bandits, and the bandits they are already in motion. They are carrying out a serious operation right now. And as you can see in the video, being recorded by one of the residents from his private apartment, you can see that the bandits are actually releasing. They are on the move, and this situation has escalated beyond control. For those that have not really felt these attacks and all of that, I think it is high time everybody make a move. And that is why you have the president of Nigeria now talking about state police network, local securities. And according to what he said, they should reduce the political influence when it comes to the state police. Let the people protect their people, according to what he's saying. You can watch the video here.
I've been looking at the security situation more carefully. I've seen civilian JTF, or what you call it, to react to the security challenges. Find so many creative way you people have been going to protect the neighborhood and communities around you. And that has provoked my thinking about, state police. Again, politics apart. We can discuss with the National Assembly leadership to really, look at critical path to that again, and see how we can eliminate those political alliances out of a state police that will be indigenous to the community and provide the additional safety buffer and effectiveness in the area. We have to look at it collectively together.
So, and I think he said, I think President Tinubu is trying to do something. I think he's trying to salvage the situation, and may God help everyone. So there is a high alert in River State. The militant of River State, the civilian joint task force, everybody is on high alert. The bushes are filled up. The locals are all everywhere, and the Niger Delta state of Nigeria is a region where, you have people that are combat ready. They have the weapons. Weapons are, they are readily available in this region. And we've actually seen that there have been escalations. And so far, so good. We've actually recorded some few escalations where the locals came out on top, neutralizing all the bandits without the bandits being able to neutralize any of the locals. But right now, you can see in the video that the locals are on high alert. There is patrols. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is the situation of Nigeria presently. So God bless the AES, God bless Africa, God bless Nigeria, and God bless everyone on the Android community. It's your boy 7200 signing out. Enough said, but before I go, kindly drop your opinion in the comment section below. If what we actually said today, if it's you find it very, very informative, you find it very descriptive enough, and you can give us, your opinion in the comment section below, what you think is missing, what you think the government can do better. Your opinion could actually mean a lot. You don't know who is watching. So thanks for coming back, everyone. I really love you all. Bye-bye.